Imagine now as you settle into this space, where everything begins to soften, where time itself feels a little more fluid, like the hands of a clock slowing down and becoming unimportant. And just as that feeling of stillness embraces you, you might find it's easy to remember a time when change was something you waited for, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the right circumstances, waiting for something outside yourself to shift. And yet, as you think about that, you realise you've already experienced something different, something powerful, haven't you? The moment when, instead of waiting, you became the change you were looking for. You might have already noticed how easy that was, in some unexpected way. And perhaps you can sense right now how all you need to move forward is already available to you. It's fascinating, isn't it? How when you allow yourself to stop waiting and instead step into the change you want to see, the world begins to shift around you. It's like the moment a stone is dropped into still water. Ripples spread outward effortlessly, changing everything they touch. And it's clear. You know this is how change works. Change doesn't always come from what you're waiting for. It comes from what we become. And becoming that change, it's like opening a door to something new. Like stepping into a room that was always there, just waiting for you to step through it. And as you reflect on this, you might notice how easy it is to feel inspired by this truth. That you don't have to wait to see things to shift. All you need to do is act in alignment with the change that you desire. And as you act step by step, the world starts aligning around you. Just like that, as if the universe itself is eager to support you. Because when you become the change you wish to see, that energy flows effortlessly through you, drawing things towards you that align with your purpose. And what's even more fascinating is how you can begin to notice your thoughts shifting. Perhaps you feel it now, a growing understanding that waiting is a thing of the past. Instead, you realise, by choosing to be the change, you already have the power to shape your life in ways you never thought were possible. It's like, in a way, you're rewiring your old mind, breaking old patterns that said you have to wait for permission. Instead, you're giving yourself permission to create. And imagine now, just for a moment, how each action you take from this point forward, it's not just something you're doing, it's a reflection of who you're becoming. Every word you speak, every choice you make, it becomes a part of the change you want to see in your life. It's not even about waiting for the future anymore, because the future is now. You're the future. And as you embrace this, you might feel an internal shift, a quiet knowing that this change, it isn't a far-off dream. It's already happening. You're already it. You're becoming it. What's interesting is how this new way of being, it begins to cascade through every area of your life. You might notice, without even trying, that old patterns, beliefs, and ways of thinking, they no longer have as much power over you. Instead, you're naturally drawn to make decisions that align with your new vision, your new purpose, because you're embodying it day by day. And perhaps just as the ripples in the water spread, so too does your change. It touches everything around you, inviting others to see the possibility of becoming their own change, just like you've done. You may even notice something remarkable happening right now. Without effort, without thinking too much about it, you might begin to realize every step, every breath, every moment of your day can be infused with the awareness that you're no longer waiting. Instead, you're the embodiment of what you've been waiting for. It's almost like you've become a magnet for the change that others are still waiting for. And it's pulling you closer to your goals, to your vision, to your destiny. And as this all unfolds, you realize how simple it really is, how natural, how easy it is to live your life from this place of knowing that change is something you create, not something you wait for. You might even feel a deep sense of gratitude for the realization that all along you had the power to become the change you wanted to see. The possibilities are limitless now, and you understand that. with each passing moment, your life will continue to reflect this new way of being. You're already there, aren't you? Already taking steps towards the life you've always wanted. You're already living. You are the change. And as you find yourself moving deeper into this moment, it's fascinating to recognize just how much you already know about transformation. It's almost like right now, you can sense the key to everything that you want. It's not found in waiting, but in becoming. And as you realize this, you may start to notice how much easier it feels to make decisions, to take action, and to step forward without hesitation, knowing you are the change you seek. What if, just for a moment, you could consider change? It isn't something that happens to you, but something that emerges from within you. It's not that you have to wait, or that change is some distant thing waiting around the corner. No. The change begins with you, right here, right now. You're the catalyst, the starting point, the force that moves everything forward. And it's amazing how, when you think about it, everything around you begins to reflect this new way of being. The moment you decide to become the change, it's like your surroundings shift to support that decision. Have you ever noticed how once you decide to take a step towards something, everything around you seems to rearrange itself, as if the universe, the world, and the people around you, they've all been waiting for you to take that step, and now you've taken it, and now things move forward effortlessly. You might even feel it now, deep within you, a gentle unfolding of understanding, like a flower opening its petals to the sun. This understanding, without needing to be told, is already inside you, just waiting to be remembered. That change, it's something you embody. It's something you create. It's not something you wait for, but something you become. And each thought, each feeling, each action from this moment forward can reflect that truth. And imagine this just for a moment. Every time you feel a bit of hesitation or doubt, you can remember, as easy as breathing, you are the change. That hesitation, uncertainty, is merely a whisper from the past, an old pattern that doesn't serve you anymore. Because now you know, waiting is not part of your story. You've stepped into a new way of being, a way of being that calls upon you to act, to embody change, to move forward, to create the very thing you desire. It's as though with each passing day, this truth becomes more and more ingrained in you, deeper and deeper, until you find yourself naturally doing what needs to be done. It's so powerful, isn't it, to realize you don't need to wait for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is already here, now inside you. And what if, just think about this, what if you could see every decision you make as an expression of the change you're becoming? Can you feel it now, that shift? That moment when you realize you are the change, and the change is already unfolding within you. In fact, as you start to live from this place, you may notice how every situation, every challenge, every person you encounter begins to feel just a little bit different. Not because the world has changed, but because you've changed. And that change becomes a part of everything you do. It's as though you're no longer the person waiting for the world to catch up with you. You've already stepped into your power, and now the world is catching up with you. What's truly amazing is how simple this really is. It's not hard. In fact, it might even feel effortless. The moment you decide to take action, to embody the change you desire, everything aligns with that decision. You no longer have to struggle or wait for something to happen. The change is happening because you're making it happen. It's that easy. It's that natural. It's who you are. And as you continue to step into this new way of being, you may notice how much more empowered you feel, how each decision flows easily, without hesitation, because you know deep within you, you are already living the change. And as you do this, it's as if every fibre of your being resonates with this new truth. You are no longer waiting for things to shift around you. You are the shift. It's almost like you're in the driver's seat of your own life. As you take control, everything else follows suit. The world around you begins to reflect your decisions, your actions, your beliefs. The more you step into this truth, that you are the change, the more effortless your life becomes. You don't need to force anything. You simply allow yourself to change. And in doing so, everything aligns perfectly with that new way of being. And you can feel that now, can't you? That sense of peace, that calm knowing that the change you've been waiting for is already here within you, guiding you forward. Each step you take, it's a natural expression of who you're becoming. It's as though you're tapping into an infinite well of possibilities, and each action, each choice you make, it's simply a reflection of that deeper truth. Now think about this. If change is something you become, imagine how easily you can move through challenges, how easily you can rise above obstacles, not because you're waiting for them to disappear, but because you've become the kind of person who moves through them with ease. Challenges, in this new light, they become opportunities for you to demonstrate just how much change that you're becoming. They become stepping stones that guide you further into your future, into your power, further into the change that's already unfolding deep within you. And notice, as you sit with this now, how deeply you're embodying this new belief. The belief that you are the change. The belief that waiting is unnecessary. The belief that from this moment forward, you're always moving, always creating, always being the change you desire to see. And that more than anything, it's what makes all the difference. You've crossed that threshold. You've stepped into a life you've always wanted. Not as a future goal, but as a living, breathing reality. Now you simply allow the world to catch up with you, with who you've become, because this change, it is you. You are the change. The change is now.